Welcome to a new deep dive. Today, we're diving headfirst into, well, a series of really impactful actions that have sent some serious ripples across India and definitely grabbed global attention. You've shared some compelling insights into Pakistan's recent strategic maneuvers before we started, and our mission today, really, is to unpack the different sides of what many are calling a bold move and figure out what it could genuinely mean for the region's dynamics.
Indeed. And what's quite fascinating here, I think, is how Pakistan seems to have orchestrated this multi-pronged approach. It's hitting several critical areas all at once. Airspace, border security, and then pushing diplomatically on Kashmir. It's not just isolated incidents, you see. It looks like a synchronized strategy.
Okay, let's unpack this then. First up, the skies. Sources are highlighting a, pretty sudden decision by Pakistan to extend its airspace ban for Indian aircraft. What's the immediate effect of doing that?
Well, the immediate effect is clear disruption. You get flight route changes, major delays. It impacts daily operations significantly. But if we look bigger picture, it's a very visible, very immediate point of pressure. It's almost like an economic lever being pulled.
An economic lever.
Okay.
So more than just inconvenience.
Exactly. Think about it. Longer routes mean much higher fuel costs, longer flight times. It's a bit like a hidden tariff, really, designed to pressure India's aviation sector, maybe even cause some jitters in financial markets.
Interesting. And that's not all that was happening, right? At the same time, Pakistan's military reportedly went on high alert near the border. What does that signal, especially happening alongside the airspace ban?
It seems very connected. It's not just a show of strength, though. It is that, too. Some sources suggest this heightened alert serves almost as a strategic distraction.
A distraction? How so?
Well, it forces India to shift resources, shift attention towards its northern borders. That could stretch their defense focus, maybe create openings, or just generally set a more tense backdrop for the other moves.
Right. Setting the stage, as you said.
Precisely. For the diplomatic play.
Okay, and here's where it gets particularly interesting, I think. Diplomatically, Pakistan is raising the Kashmir issue again at the United Nations. What's the goal there, and what kind of backing are they getting?
This is really where the long game might be. Sources indicate they're bringing it up, potentially in places like the Human Rights Council, and crucially, with strong backing from certain allies.
So it's not just talk.
No, it seems the aim is to internationalize the whole issue again. Use global opinion, frame it as a broader human rights concern, put diplomatic pressure back on India that way. They want the international community to re-engage, essentially.
Makes sense. Now, India is calling all this a serious provocation. That's the term they're using. But Pakistan's perspective is quite different, isn't it?
Absolutely. Pakistan is framing it as a necessary step, something needed to, quote, protect its national interest. And this really highlights the core problem, doesn't it? This fundamental split in how these actions are seen by each side. It makes finding a way to de-escalate incredibly complex.
Because one sees a challenge to sovereignty, the other sees protecting interests in disputed territory. Have we seen this kind of coordinated action before?
Oh, yes. Our sources do point to past periods of high tension where you saw similar combinations of moves. Often these led to quite prolonged standoffs, not quick fixes. It just underlines the high stakes involved here.
Right. So to recap for everyone listening, we've seen Pakistan's bold move involving these strategic actions across airspace, the border posture, and this renewed international diplomacy push on Kashmir. It's a combination that's definitely caught the world's attention and, as some sources suggest, could potentially change the game in South Asia.
It's a really complex situation, no doubt. You have India perceiving this serious provocation, while Pakistan asserts it's taking a necessary step. That difference alone really underscores the challenge to regional stability right now.
It certainly has the world watching. So for you, the listener, maybe something to consider is this. How might these integrated actions across these different domains, air, land, diplomacy, truly reshape the geopolitics of South Asia? Not just the immediate shockwaves, but what could the long-term ripple effects actually be, maybe years down the line?